live in Studio B with your day-to-day BYU sports play-by-play. My name is Jason Shepard. He is Jerem Jordan, and joining us now on the Desert First Credit Union hotline via Zoom, our guy, he is Blaine Fowler. Hi, Blaine. Happy Tuesday to you, my friend.
Good to see you, man. Did you go to the gym this morning? Because you must have gone really early.
The plan was to get up at 5 and go because I was on Sports Nation. When the alarm went off at 5, I'm like, yep, that's not happening. I'll do it tomorrow.
You know what? Jesse Wade would have gone to the gym. That's all I have to say.
He would have run to the gym. Yes, it's very true. Yes. Well, thanks for making me feel really bad to start this interview. I appreciate it. So let's start out with the conversation that Jerem and I had based off of the anonymous NFL scout regarding Zach Wilson's character. What do you make of the battle of Zach Wilson's character?
First of all, I know Zach Wilson, and I've watched what he's done, and all he's done is be humble and work hard. And so there's nothing to that. I can tell you from being close to the program and talking to Kalani and talking to Aaron about the way he's handled himself, especially about the way he handled this idea and his family handled this idea that the job was going to be open and he would have to compete for it in the summer. Like everything that was said in that anonymous quote is nonsense. And I can tell you that from being close to it. I have a problem with anonymous sources anyhow. If you're not big enough and willing to own your comment, then your comment has zero value. It's a bunch of crap is what it is.
Yeah, an anonymous source tells me that comment was garbage. So yeah, that's how that works.
So I can tell you that Kalani had a little bit of a conversation with Zach and his folks, and Zach's dad just trying to understand what was going on. Said, hey, the job's open this fall, and Kalani said, absolutely, this will be the best thing for Zach and for this team, because if Zach's going to be the leader, we need to have him go earn that leadership role with the rest of this team, and so he needs to go earn that job. This team needs to see that he's earning the job. It needs to be obvious to them. And this will be great for Zach. And in the end, it'll be better for everybody. And Zach's folks went, this is awesome. We support this 100%. This is great. So they were all about supporting the job being up for grabs in the summer and Zach competing for it. Zach embraced that, worked unbelievably hard. And we've heard all the stories of what he did on his own in the offseason, but what he did with the team during the summer was impressive. And he earned that leadership mantle by competing for that job, never complaining, putting the rest of the team first. And this nonsense about his parents supported that 100% too. So everything that we heard in that anonymous quote is absolute garbage.
Blaine, where does Zach Wilson's season, because it was remarkable, and we know it was a top 10 Heisman finalist, put up unbelievable numbers. Where do you think his season compares to other great seasons by BYU quarterbacks?
It's so hard to rank them. I look and I try to think about single season performances, and I think his is most similar to Steve Sarkisian's senior season. And there's a lot of comparisons because during Steve's junior year, I remember us going, man, is he going to get this? And at the end of the year, I thought, wait a minute here, a light bulb went on. I think he's going to be really good next year. And then they go out and they're just phenomenal. That senior season, they end up 14-1. They end up ranked in the top 10. They end up number 5. The thing that I give Steve the nod a little bit is because they beat 3 ranked teams that year. They beat Texas A&M, who was number 13. They beat Kansas State in the bowl, who was number 14. And they beat Wyoming in that WAC championship game, who was number 20. But if you look at numbers, Sarkisian was just under 69% completion percentage. He threw for just over 4,000 yards. Remember, he had a few more games than Zach to get to that. 33 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. But here's the other big thing. He beat Utah, and he beat them handily. And I realized that Zach didn't have that opportunity, right? But the fact that Sark had ranked teams that he beat during that season, that they ended up in the top 5 in the country, and that they manhandled Utah that year, that holds a lot of weight with me. But me even saying that Zach's junior season reminds me of that season, says a lot, right? That completion percentage of almost 74% for Zach, and the touchdown to interception ratio, that 33-3, that's ridiculous. His numbers were crazy good, and so I'd put him right up there with any of the great seasons. I think Ty Detmer in 1990 with his Heisman Trophy campaign, where they brought down Miami. Jim McMahon's junior season was one of the most ridiculous seasons I've ever seen. I'm talking about that 1980 team that went 12-1 and finished number 12 in the country. His number, he threw for 4,500, almost 4,600 yards that year, and had 47 touchdown passes.
Is that good?
And so, yeah, that's nuts, is what that is, right? And so there's been some incredible single seasons. It's so hard, I'd have to do like a lot of research and compare big win. I mean, Jim McMahon also beat Utah handily, right? So, in fact, Jim beat him 56-6 that year. That carries a lot of weight to me, right? And so I feel like if Zach had a chance to play the original schedule they had, they would have beaten Utah this year. I really believe that. In fact, I think their schedule would have been, with the old schedule, I think their record would have been very similar. I think they win. They win. Maybe they have one more loss, and it would have been just as impressive, right? So I'm going to put them right up there. And I can pick out, Robbie Bosco's junior year when they go and win a national championship. Max Hall, his junior year, I think, was maybe statistically the best year. His mentor, John Beck, his senior season was remarkable. I mean, all of these are great seasons, but nobody had the touchdown to interception type ratio that Zach had. Nobody had a passing efficiency that like Zach had. And so I'm going to put him right up there and say those seasons are all comparable. And the one I feel like it was the most like was Steve Sarkisian's senior season.
Yeah, it all depends on what criteria you want to use, right? If you're talking efficiency, Zach Wilson is the most efficient quarterback in BYU history, and the the touchdown to interception ratio. If you add the 10 rushing touchdowns too, he didn't lose a fumble, so he had 43 touchdowns and 3 giveaways. Just stupid stuff, but
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I want to go back to the character thing. So Blaine, you were in the room with Jim McMahon, like you were one of the quarterbacks with him. He was a punk and he was brash and but he prepared well, right? And to me, that's not a character flaw per se. That is a competitive guy trying to win, and he knows he's good because he prepares well and combines that with skill. I have no problem with that part of the perception of Zach Wilson because I feel like he prepares well enough combined with skill to own that. Max Hall reminds me of that. Like, Max Hall was hated by the Ute fans, mainly because he won and he was a winner. I'm okay with that attitude, even if that's true. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so to me, character and confidence are two completely different things, right? And so Jim McMahon was one of the best teammates I ever had. And if you talk to anybody at Chicago or Philadelphia or Green Bay, they tell you the same thing. In the locker room with his teammates, he was unbelievable. Opponents thought he was arrogant. You know what? I like a little arrogance in my quarterback. People forget when Max Hall was a sophomore, they were in a game. I can't remember what game it was, but Bronco told this story. It was one where the offense scored, then the defense gave up a touchdown. And this went back and forth like 4 times. And Max walked by Bronco and said, "Hey, coach, you think the defense might get a stop anytime tonight?" This is when he was a sophomore. And Bronco's first reaction was he started to step toward him, and his first thought was, "You little." And then he went, "Oh, no. You know what? I really like that in Max Hall. I want my quarterback to be that confident." And Max was an unbelievable winner, right? Because he had that confidence. And I think Zach has confidence. Great. That's exactly. You don't think Patrick Mahomes has confidence? Patrick Mahomes thinks he's unstoppable. Zach Wilson thinks he's unstoppable. That has nothing to do with character. That has to do with, I know I'm skilled. I know I've prepared. And I have the attitude that nobody can stop me. If that's a character problem, then I want that character problem on my team. And if you want, as long as that guy is beloved by his teammates and Zach's guys would line up behind him, he's a great teammate, just like Jim McMahon. I have no issues with Zach Wilson.
Blaine, great stuff, man. Appreciate the time. As we mentioned at the beginning of the interview, I'll be at the gym at 5 a.m., so I hope to see you then tomorrow.
I'll see you 5 a.m. tomorrow, and bring Jesse Wade with you because, Jesse
Jesse will
thinks
be
he can
done
hang
with his
you and me.
workout by 5 a.m., okay?
Jesse might be able to run Y Mountain, but he's not going to pump out buys and tries with you and me. Let's just, he knows that too.
That's what I'm saying. All right, Blaine, thanks. Appreciate it. That's Blaine Fowler on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.